Welcome everyone to our webinar on MiCLIENT AI-powered sales automation solution. Myself, Rajeshri Kannan, working as a sales coordinator at Infotree Computers, Dubai. I'm hosting this webinar on behalf of MiCLIENT team. All participants, please be advised that this webinar session will be recorded for documentation purpose, and we will have a Q&A session at the end of the demonstration. You can raise your queries in the Q&A tab. Our panel members will respond. Here I'm going to introduce our speakers. Mr. Chandan K. Ghosh, co-founder of MiCLIENT. Welcome you, sir. Ms. Swati Sharma, co-founder of MiCLIENT. Welcome you, ma'am. And Mr. Varun Kumar Singh, Global Partnership Head. Welcome you, sir. In today's competitive landscape, speed and efficiency are key to succeeding in sales. Sales automation solutions have emerged as a game-changing technology that can transform your sales operations, saving your time, improving accuracy, and increasing productivity. Let's welcome Mr. Chandan to take over the presentation.
Thank you so much, Rashri, and thank you everyone for joining in and taking the time out to listen to our webinar. Most of you already know about MiCLIENT, but some of you who are joining us for the first time, just to give you a brief introduction about the solution. We are a deal closure platform. So we, help you to managing a lead life cycle right from the moment a lead is captured till the time it converts into a prospect, and then further on, how do you close the deal? How do you negotiate on the deal? How do you get the deal signed, the contract signed? All that, the entire sales life cycle is something that we help you to manage, and we help you to build inside one single platform. We have certain other capabilities that add-ons which help us to integrate the solution with external third-party applications to make your journey more robust, more integrated and closely coupled, so that we don't do manual processes when you are getting a deal to close. So we are going to listen to all that in today's session. We have divided it into three halves. So first half I'm going to take, where I'm going to take you through a presentation and tell you about the problem statements and what we identified in the market and how we came up with the solution. Second part of this session will be a live demonstration where Swati will show you the actual product, how it works, what are the workflows, what are the features, what are the functionalities, the entire thing. And in the third and the final session of this webinar, we will have a Q&A where you can ask your question, type it in the chat box. We can take it live, we can take it offline, whichever way it works, and we'll try to answer all those queries. So yeah, thank you so much. I see the list is still building up, but just to respect everyone's time, we should go start, and we should kind of start with the webinar. So this is where this is what we are going to cover today. So the tool, MiCLIENT, is actually used for enhancing your sales processes. We all understand how scattered and how unsynchronized our sales processes are internally. And we have made this tool just for the specific purpose. How do we enhance those sales process, and how do we enhance the productivity of the sales processes for this digital world? So you will see a complete end-to-end deal tracking platform where all the stakeholders, be it the internal stakeholders, which are the sales managers or the organization head, or be it the external sales holders, which are the customers or the prospects, will have access to the deal, the entire life cycle of the deal at the same time while working on it. So we'll understand more about it. So before we go into the problem, and before we understand, before we go into the solution and we understand what we are, really doing and how we are doing it, let's understand a little more about how the traditional sales process works. And again, it can differ on industry to industry, on the the size of the organization, but more or less it's the same. We start with a client database. We will always have a client database, and we are talking about B2B businesses here. So we have a client database where we start, kind of pitching to them, some follow-up, some deal sharing with them. Then we track those follow-ups, we track the deal, how is the progress going on, then we negotiate, we close it. So we use multiple tools during the process of uh, sharing a deal, closing it, and negotiating and storing it as well. So the entire process goes through multiple tools and multiple IT solutions, which we generally use when we are working with a customer and when we are trying to close the deal as a salesperson. What are the problem statements? So people are using Excel sheets, Word documents, and they are creating all those codes and everything. In fact, they have CRMs, but still they are using it. Why? We'll understand more. We also have difficulties in editing documents, manual data entry. Everything I do in real life as a salesperson, I come back and enter it in a CRM. Why? Why am I doing that? And then there are errors, potential errors, because I'm doing a lot of manual effort when I'm trying to manage all these things. And the final one, visibility. We keep getting questions from our sales leaders, from our customers. What is the status of the deal? Where is the pipeline right now? And it is all manually updated by us and never real time. So these are some of the problem statements that we identified when we tried to see what the sales process is. So when we are identifying the sales processes, we started asking the question. So we did a little more research. We did a research with 50 plus sales leaders, small and medium businesses, couple of enterprises as well. And we tried to understand why this happens. So we asked these questions. So, how many times you try to automate your deal closure process, but did not succeed? How many times you have tried to implementing a CRM, but still managing your deals on Excel sheets? So multiple list of questions, we went through them and we tried to understand the challenges they face in, their revenue leakage, their sales process automation, their usage or dependency on a lot of IT shadow tools, right? The offices, the WhatsApps, the emails, which do not have much visibility with the stakeholders. So we try to understand those things and we try to really form what it actually means. So this is pure English, right? But what it actually translates into, this is what we found out. So these were some very surprising numbers which it actually translated into. 70% of sales teams are spending their time on existing deals. It should be the other way around. It should be 30%. 30% of the time they are spending on new deals. Average time to close an opportunity. Again, it differs industry to industry, size of the ticket, all that. But a general B2B sales life cycle is taking this big. Then the visibility, always the real-time visibility of the sales status of the deals with the sales managers is very, very, very low. And then collection of payment, that's a big problem with SMBs. And there are multiple factors which are contributing to that. How do we create and send proposals? Are we tracking our prospects on Excel sheets? Are we doing follow-ups, reverts on time? Do we have a proposal to do that? Okay, these are the things that I need dependency on emails, working on multiple systems, which we just saw in a couple of slides previous to this. Then average deal cycle time, that is reducing the visibility. Then we have things related to invoice approval, then paper trail, right? You get a contract out there. Some of you will use a solution for contract signing. Some of you are still sending those manual emails, but even if you're using a contract signer, it's never synchronized with the deal that you are sending across, with the prospect that you are working with. So all these were big problems and big challenges that we identified and tried to solve using MiCLIENT. What we actually did, we understood that the client database is important. We can't disturb it. That's an important thing where we start from. But we wanted to automate the entire process in between till the time you close the deal. So all those processes that we saw in our previous slides, we tried to manage all those things inside one solution, inside MiCLIENT, so that the final outcome is closing your deal. It starts with lead management. We have a lead management functionality where you can manage your leads, where you can handle your leads, where you can capture all the contacts. It integrates with your email tool as well. So in your email tool, you can sync it together, and all the interaction you're having with your client can be managed there. It can integrate with your calendars, so your meetings are always automated. That's how the lead management thing works. Quotation lifecycle. So right from building a good, beautiful proposal, which is backed by our template builder, that creates the impact. When you're sending a offer across the table, when you're sending it to a prospect, it needs to look good, because the prospect is not only talking to you, he's talking to 5 different folks. And it at the end, it depends on how good, of course it depends on the numbers, who is giving the best discount, but it also depends on how professional you are when you're sharing it with them. So that kind of a look and feel, that kind of standardization of your template is definitely part of that. Then comes the signing part. So you go out of your tool, or you go out of the CRMs when it comes to getting a contract signed. We have done the inbuilt capabilities inside this so that you don't go out. And ultimately, we do it with the invoice closure. We integrate your payment gateway, whatever payment gateway you're using, we can integrate, and we can even accept the payment through that. So right from the moment a client database is being handled or is being nurtured till the time you close the deal, that entire life cycle of closing the deal, real time, the virtual effect, the digitalization of the process, and giving visibility to all the stakeholders who are involved in this deal. That's what MiCLIENT does. To give this a more prospective view, to give this a more real view of how it works inside an organization. So imagine an organization using some kind of a marketing tool, or even not, if not a marketing tool, a website, right? So everything which you capture, every lead which comes to you through your marketing, through your website, from there on till the time you export it to your accounting software or a ERP solution, the entire process in between is managed by MiCLIENT. So we have 4 different sections. One is the CRM portal, which manages your sales pipeline and activities. 2 is the CPQ engine, which stands for configure, price, and quote, which manages the proposal automation. And then comes the deal progress tracker, which is our USP, where we help you to understand who is receiving the deal that you're sending, how many times the customer is opening it, how many times he's clicking on certain features. Then we have the client portal, which is part of the deal progress, where the client can interact with you. It kind of creates a virtual deal room kind of a situation where you and your client gets to interact with each other, negotiate on the deal, review it together, and finally close it with the e-signatures with a stamp of confirmation from both the management. So that's in perspective of how it helps you to build things across. A little bit about our future. So this is where we are going. So we all know the buzzword OpenAI. So we are working with Microsoft. We are a Microsoft accelerated startup as well, and we are working with Microsoft to do a co-pilot. So co-pilot is the term that they are using for their OpenAI. So we are doing a lot of things: interactive pricing, some approval management, some actionable things, co-reviewing documents. In fact, the co-pilot has the capability where they can create a complete deal, a complete quotation out of just a Word file you throw to it. So that is the kind of capability that we are bringing in, and we are working with Microsoft closely for that. So that's about the product. Now, as most of us or a lot of us here are also resell partners, and our partners who are kind of going to take this further with their end users. So just to give you some names, so we have right now channel partners such as Nagaro, EasyBiz, Infotree, who are helping us in expanding in multiple zones, multiple regions across the vertical. So they are kind of helping us to reach out to customers, implement the solution for us, helping us to build the solution more and all that. Plus we have 20 more global partners across geographies who are helping us with expanding. So those are the resell and implementation partner. We also have ISVs, which is independent software vendors. So Microsoft and Salesforce being two of the biggest ones. In our demonstrations, Swati will show you that we are already launching our app inside the Salesforce App Exchange and Microsoft MS Teams as well, so that we create more traction and we create more reach to our customers who are using these two platforms. They don't need to use MiCLIENT standalone. They can just integrate it, and we are embedded inside these applications. So you don't need to even go out of the application to use us. So that is about it. That is about the presentation for today. We have, kind of tried to cover it in brief, very short, but we'll look forward to, be in touch with most of you and try to demonstrate in more details and try to take more queries as we move forward in the demonstration. But yeah, thank you so much for attending. And yeah, we are here for the Q&A as well. Please keep asking and we'll love to take it forward. Thank you, Rashri.
Thank you, Mr. Chandan, for the wonderful presentation. It drew our attention to areas we have been not aware. I would like to request Ms. Swati to take over the demonstration.
Thank you so much, Rajri. Thank you, Chandan, for making my job a little easier, for giving such a wonderful presentation and to give a context of like what we are and what we do. And thank you everyone for joining, for taking out the time, for the MiCLIENT demonstration. So now I'll quickly, walk you through the live demo of our solution. I know there are a couple of partners, there are a couple of, prospects who are, interested in, understanding of what, MiCLIENT is. And give me 1 second and I will, share my screen and we'll start the demonstration. So Rajshri, can you confirm that my screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay, thank you so much. So our website is MiCLIENT.ai, where we are landed. And, as Chandan has given already a brief introduction about what MiCLIENT is, so I will quickly take you through the product. So, so we have our login page here on the website. And once we log in, so this is the dashboard that will, come up. And on the dashboard, we have tried to give the important statistics like how many clients you are working with, how many deals you are, working with, like how many deals are awaiting, how many are accepted, how many are closed, what is the sales target of the, team members, what are the recent deals that you are working upon, the client stages, the different stages of the clients, and the lead qualification to deals and conversion. So how many deals are in the conversion stage and what is the deal sent to conversion percentage. And the most important part is the deals which are sent to the customer but still yet to be accepted. So those are the awaiting deals, right? So these are the recent awaiting deals in the system, and system will also show you if you have scheduled any recent meeting with your prospect client. So that will also be listed here. So just to start with, so we have, a couple of shortcuts here to create a client, product, service, or the deal. And then we have, the icons where we have the detailed, the functionalities of the system like clients, product, services. And here we have the gear icon where you can see the company information, the initial setup of the company, the initial setup of the users and their roles, and the email settings, like what a standard email, what we want to send to our clients in the quote, then tax setup targets, and the USP of our solution, that is template builder. And I'll come up on this feature once I'll go on deals. So I'll start with the clients part. So clients is basically, I mean, we have tried to simplify our solution for the end users, right? So the salespeople who uses MiCLIENT, they generally go on clients and the deals tab. So if I click on clients, so we have different stages of the clients, for example, leads, which are in progress, deals to be created, deals created. So these are the different stages. If I want to rename any stage, I can do that. If I want to add any new stage, so I can also add any new stage here with these existing stages. And while talking to a prospect or while talking to a new client, salespersons, they come across number of activities they do in real life. So what we have tried to do is we have tried to keep their work easier so that they don't have to remember like in which status they have to put the specific client name, right? So if it's a lead, I mean, if they create a new client, they can write a name of the client, they can select the email ID of the client, and they can assign it to any of the team members. And the lead specific client can be assigned it as a lead, or that's in a progress. So if we have assigned it as lead, it will be in the first stage. You can see it here, and then we can put the company details of that client, right? We have the multi-currency functionalities. So this is how a new client is created. And if we want to move this, well, clicked here, so it has taken me to clients page again. Yeah, so if I want to move the clients from one stage to another, right, and if I want to note a reason, like what normally a salesperson experience in his day-to-day activity, so the client is interested for the demo and it's in the progress stage. So we are putting the reason, and we can assign to any of our team member and submit it. So I mean, real life, activity of the salesperson is performed in the system itself, right? While recording the reasons, he does not have to, every time, remember like which stage he has to move the clients. So this is the, real time function salesperson faces. And to make, the solution more easier, so the leads to whom the deals and the quotations from deals to be created stages, and once the lead deal is created, it automatically moves to our last stage. So that's how we have designed the solution, right? So this is the client's dashboard. And then if I click on any client's card, so we have different activities that a salesperson can do. He can create a note, he can create a schedule, he can send a meeting, so directly the client will receive the meeting link, and he can send the email. And these are the different stages of the client's activities. And we once a for example, if I create a note, so any activity a salesperson does, so that's created in his, so whatever activities he is doing with this icon, we can, any client from here. So that's how, the entire client management is done with the help of this single tab, right? Then I'll go on to the, so with this, we have created the client's master data in the system. Now I'm moving on to the products and services part, where we have the option of creating the subcategories of products and services. First of all, I'll just click on add new, where you can configure your products and services by selecting, putting the name of products and services, by selecting the the category, and then we have the option of create, I mean, if I select any product, so I can select category, and it will show me like these are the parent products which are created in inventory. So this is how we create subcategories of the products. We can choose the image from here. We can put some description of the products and services. Not only description, we can add any link here. If we want to add any video link, we can also do that. So this is a rich text editor, which you can change the font size and colors. I mean, whatever the requirement is. and then we put the pricing. We can, select the tax. We can, we do have shortcuts of these taxes, and then we can, put discount. So this is basically the configuration of your products and services before we create a deal. And you can see on this page that, this is the parent product, and it is visible that, in construction services, architecture services is the child product. So this is how, so we have 5 subcategories that can be created under products and services. Now moving on to the deals, the next stage. So before, we create a deal, we need a client, which we have already created. We need our products and services, which we have, created the master data of all the products and services. Now, we do require some, customization, that how the deal or the proposal should look like when it, goes to the customer, when the customer receives it. So we all want that our customers should have a, great experience. And we always work on the, improvisation of customers' experiences, on their feedback. So that's how, we also did on this functionality, that we tried to, implement a template builder in the, solution before, sending the deal. So we have the options, couple of options of, selecting the templates. So whatever template you select, system will by default, take it. And then we have the option that if there is a logo, we can, change the size, change the placement. We can drag and drop any text. We can drag and drop any, new image here. So that's how, we can see that this is a sample of the proposal that looks like, which will go to the client. So if I just click here, it will show me like if you want to change the, billing, color, so you can do that. So there are a couple of small, customization that helps in, creating a, beautiful quotation for the clients. So which clients also receives and feels, that how different he is receiving from a, specific vendor. And we have, these header and footer functionalities where you can, put your website details and other details. So that is also available. And so in the billing table, like if you want to, if you want to remove any thing, for example, you want to remove, you can remove it. If you want to edit the name of this service, you can do the edits also, right? And then you can, add some details in the footer also. So the footer also works like this. So these are the couple of customizations which we do. These are the some implementation activities which are required at the time of, setting up the deal and before sending the deal. So hope you have liked this, functionality. And now I'll just quickly go on deals. So, this removes the regular Word documentation, preparation of Word documents, preparation of Excel documents, and, having everything, the activities which a salesperson perform in real life through one single platform. Now, this is the deals page, and with, this plus button, I'm just quickly creating a deal. For example, I can put the deal name. So these are the 4 tabs: deal information, client details, services, and the terms and conditions. I can select some things are coming, pre-informative information, and then I'll just quickly go on next. It will ask me for, selecting any client's detail. I can put the data will come from the master data. I can put someone in CC here, and then I'll just quickly go on next. So this is the information. This is basically the about us journey. I can, it is coming from template builder. If I want to edit, I can do it. I can make some changes. And I can select, a couple of services here. So system will take that. If I want to edit it here so that it look more beautiful and more comprehensive and more informative, and I can select the billing type depending upon the service. So if it is a one-time service, it's a weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, or milestone based. So that's how, we quickly select the services, and we have line item wise discount also. And because this is a quote which, after the finalization, it will be converted into invoice, right? So that's how we have, tried to give all the features which are, required to close a deal. So you can give a total discount as well. And I'll just quickly go on next. So these are the description, or you can say the terms and conditions which are coming from the template builder again. What we have, set it up, but that doesn't mean that we can't customize it. We can do the customization. So I can, write as discussed, please find and review. So whatever changes we are doing, it will go automatically, and I can save it or I can send it. So when I'm clicking on send, so it will go on the email ID. So this is the email settings. I mean, the information, the standard email, what we, put in the email settings, at the time in the gear icon. And I can, write it as well, as discussed, please find attached the PDF, right? So more information if I want to give, and this is the view the client will receive. So this is the actually the client view. So deal summary, the products and services list, the pricing table that will go to the client, and the terms and conditions that client is going to receive. So I will just open. So if I just click on send an email, it will be, sending on the client's email ID. So I already have it one for you. So so this is the completely, editable email that client will receive, and client will receive a view deal room and the PDF what we have, created. So that's the, this is the PDF what client will receive. I mean, whatever information we have, put it here, the billing table, the terms and conditions with signatures. And if the client will click on view deal, so this is the virtual deal room that will get open up, where the client can see the deal summary. He can see the, the services and the pricing list and the terms and conditions. And simultaneously, we have given a feedback form for the client. So client can write any feedback on this quotation about price negotiation, right? So everything is happening here. Client can download the quote from here. He can accept it. If he has the scanned signature, he can upload. If he does not have, he can put the name here, right? I'll just quickly write here and quickly write submit, and meanwhile I'll see that my deal is already, submitted, and this is like the client's experience. So the client does not need any login credentials for this deal room. This will be with him without any login credentials, and once the deal is accepted, the system will show that this deal is accepted. So if I have 25 deals, let me quickly check here and just refresh, because system is with me only. And this deal is, you can see that this deal will be the accepted deal, right? Yeah. So this deal is accepted, and so I have accepted the previous email which I have already sent. So it is showing the accepted one, right? And that's how, the system is doing the automation of all the deals, and it is showing me all the awaiting deals, accepted deals. I can do the customization here, right? So if I don't want to see any specific information from here, I can, save it. So we can have, some specific customizations at a deals page. Then, so these are some functionalities on the deals page. And now, I mean, we have more functions here of implementing how, the deals are working here. I'll just quickly activate the actions button. So actions button shows that if I want to send, if a deal is in a waiting stage and customer wants to, modify the price, I can send it an update, and there are versions that will be created. I can accept the deal on behalf of the customer. So if customer has given a verbal approval to me, because I want to manage my business right here. So this is my file, and I can accept on behalf of the customer. And, normally in a business, we have similar kind of services. So if I want to create a duplicate deal, I can create a duplicate deal as well. So these are the different, actions what I can take quickly from this existing deals page. I hope these things are clear, but we'll take all the Q&A after, I finishes my entire presentation. So I'll just go on reports. So we have deals detailed report. We have deals, summarized reports. So here you can see all the, deals and with the details. So if I click on customize, I have column customization. If I want to add all these columns to see the entire deal detailed report, I can see. If I want to do the filter option, I can, set the deals by status, by clients, by user. So I can, set the reports as per my customization of columns and filters. So we have a couple of more reports like lost deals report, the products and services report. So products and services report includes those products and services on which the deals have actually sent. So you can identify that 16% of your business is coming from laptop, right? 7% is from Dell. So this is how you can understand that what products and services are offered, at most, and your real life business, understanding of, every category of the business line. So that helps in giving you a business picture. So these are a couple of reports. So we have deal aging reports, we have lost deals reports, we have, client details reports, which are very useful by the, the salespeople who actually works on client with clients. Then we have a app store where, so normally we do integrations with couple of solutions, like we do integrate with Outlook, Gmail. We are coming up very soon, with QuickBooks, Xero. So these are, some, solutions for small and medium enterprises, that we are working upon. And, so this is a brief demo of, MiCLIENT, of client management and deal management. So as Chandan mentioned, that we have some, place we have created with Salesforce as well. So I'll just quickly open up this. So if I, so this is the Salesforce page, and if a user is, have Salesforce access and he is also the subscriber of MiCLIENT, so we have MiCLIENT software inbuilt in the solution. And we have to do just sign in for one time, and then we can have access on MiCLIENT without logging in again and again. So this is the development environment of Salesforce. That's what I'm showing it. And with the single sign-on, you can see the, MiCLIENT is available in Salesforce as well. Yeah. So this is the unified experience, with the big CRMs, where, they can manage their client management in, big CRMs, and the entire deal management, from creating the deal with the help of template builder, with, till the deal is closed. So the entire sales process and the sales operations can be handled here. And so this is already, we are listed in the Salesforce hub. And one more, upcoming functionality that what we have, been doing with Microsoft, because as everyone knows that we are a Microsoft accelerated startup. So we are building, the Microsoft Teams in Microsoft Teams app. So we have our space. So for example, on clients page, if you are building any, you are performing any activity. For example, you have created a notes here in MiCLIENT, and salespeople very oftenly opens their sales tool for the entire day. But Teams is that application what people, if they have installed, they have in their phone. I mean, they do internal chats, they do internal meetings. So if someone is creating a note, a task here, so all the notifications will be upcoming and can be visible in the Teams app. So that's we are coming up with in this month only. And these are some upcoming features of our roadmap. And all the activities, even once if you have sent the deal to a customer and customer has accepted that deal, you will receive a notification in the Teams app. So this is the overview of MiCLIENT with the medium and big enterprises where we can go. And as I also know that there are in our audience there are 50 to 60% attendees are partners, and they are clients. So for our partners also, I would say that for small and medium businesses, MiCLIENT can be used independently, a standalone solution. And if anyone has any existing big CRM, so our deals page can be can all together helps in enhancements of sales processes of any big velocity sales team. So thank you everyone for listening and joining this webinar. Thank you, Rajshri. We can move further.
Thank you, Ms. Swati, for deeply impressing the importance of MiCLIENT. It has gained much traction since your demonstration. Now we can start the Q&A session.
Thank you, Swati. Chandan, would you like to answer the questions? Would you like to take the queries?
Yes, definitely. We'll start with the first one. So the first question is about how is it different from the CRM applications? So generally, if you see the sales life cycle very closely, sales life cycle is generally part of two processes. One is qualifying a lead to an opportunity or a prospect and managing that life cycle. Two, the prospect, or working with the prospect and getting the deal closed. That completes the sales life cycle. If you talk about any CRM application in modern world, they have the capabilities to manage both the processes, but somehow only the first part of the process is being managed inside the application. Reasons, you don't have a template builder where you can customize a quotation. You don't have a stock or inventory or a database where you can manage all your products. You don't have a place where you can virtually talk to your client at the time of dealing with the customer or closing the deal. So all these results in just the first part of your sales process being automated through the CRMs, while we come with the CPQ functionality and the CRM, which combines the both together, which ultimately results in a complete life cycle of the sales management. That's how it kind of helps. Integrations, yes, definitely. WhatsApp integration is there, so we can send the quotation and it can go as a WhatsApp chat as well if WhatsApp is integrated. So there is another question about this recording. So for everyone, that I think it's a common question for everyone. So for the recording, if you have registered for today's webinar, if you have received the registration link, that's why you are here. So it automatically goes to all the users. But we have made a note of your email ID, Paul, and we will be able to send that to you. Another question from Rahul is that is this industry specific? Generally, CRMs are not, right? When it comes to managing your sales life cycle, the only specification is it is focused on B2B industries. It is not for B2C or B2G or any other vertical. But in terms of the business vertical, it is definitely focused on the industry specific, which is B2B businesses. But we have customers from IT, we have customers for business services, we have customers from manufacturing, we have customers from resellers and IT service providers, IT hardwares. So it's actually not. It's available as per any other industry, and definitely as Swati was showing you, from the template builder to the products and services, it is all customizable as per the industry. Okay, so this is done. Yeah, the currency type. So someone has asked a question about the currency type. Yes, definitely yes. We have multi-currency enabled in this platform. We can create the customer in any currency. And at the time of setup of the company also, you can define whatever currency, whatever country you are from. Okay. There is another question, integration support from the developer team if we have existing, yes. Yes, most definitely yes. So in terms of integration, be it an ERP system, be it marketing tool or the payment gateways, or sometimes we also integrated with the calling tools, so voice over IP phones. Integration is 100% available. The developer team is there to support you. But more than that, we also have our REST-based APIs, and the API documentation is very comprehensive. We have it available as per request, and it can be shared with any of the technical teams who want to integrate it, and you can just follow the instructions and get it integrated. In case you still need to involve our developers, we have a team who can handle that. Real estate business, definitely yes, Bishwanath. We have very good use cases in real estate. In fact, some of our very early adopters are from real estate. You have a requirement of sending, across your quotations to customers when you are showing them the real estate or when you're showing them the properties. So especially in B2B real estates, when it is the commercial part of it, that is where we have seen very useful feedback from our customers who have been able to get some very improvised returns and enhanced productivity while sharing it. So definitely real estate has a very good use case with this. So Ruth is asking about all departments. So Ruth, to be very honest, it is a sales tool, right? We are talking about a sales tool which is to be used by sales representatives, right? It is supposed to be something which our sales representative use to close their day-to-day life and day-to-day kind of processes. But there have been scenarios where our customers have actually onboarded some of their finance teams who are responsible for quotation management, who are responsible for taking their accepted quotations and making them sales orders or purchase order inside their ERPs. So we have seen scenarios where it can be added. The finance team can also be added to the tool and can utilize the platform. So it's not restricted to any department as such, but most of the use cases, if you see what we demonstrated in the demo, are based on the sales folks that are trying to close the deal in their organization. Yeah, good question, Abhinav. So we can manage the upselling and cross-selling as well. So in this solution, when you are trying to create a quotation, we have a way where we can capture all your type of the deal that you're closing with. So if you are kind of selling it as a cross sell, you have the option where you can select it, and then you can specify that this is a cross sell or this is a upselling kind of item that is happening. So we can handle it by the type of the proposal or the quotation or the deal, and you at the end of the day you will be able to see how much was cross sell, how much was upsell. All the report will be able to show you a detailed answer about that. Oh, yes, that is one of the USPs we have, the user while role access. We have multiple, so the user control and the role control is a two-dimensional, functionality that we have. It's not just one way of handling the role. So dimension one is about the hierarchy. So every person has a manager, or the ultimate one is the super admin, but every person is assigned to the other person. So all the reports, all the data, all the clients, all the deals that you see is actually based on the hierarchy that you are at, or the level that you are at, and someone at your above position have the control to manage that. That's dimension one. Dimension two, we can specify what roles, what features, what functionalities, what part of the solution that we want to give you access to. So it's a two-dimensional way of handling your user roles and permissions, which Swati was showing, which is there in the gear icon. And like most of the SaaS applications, as you can imagine, we are also, providing some free trials and free demo versions. All you need to do is go to MiCLIENT.ai. MiCLIENT is spelled as MiCLIENT. Instead of Y, it's I, MiCLIENT, MiCLIENT.ai. And on that page, you have a free registration option. You have a free trial option. Just go there, click a trial, no credit card required, and explore it yourself. So, and if you require a demo, anyways, when you create a trial, one of our sales representative will be definitely in touch with you. But if you require a demo, you put your email ID here in the chat. If you want to specify a date and time, you can mention that, and we would love to, have a one-on-one and trying to understand the kind of features or functionalities that you're looking for, and how we can help you with that. There's one question from Joseph about all banks. So we don't give bank payments here, Joseph. So we give payment gateways. So, all the bigger ones like PayPal's and the Stripes of the world. So we give those payment gateways. They accept everything, right? They accept banks. They accept cards. They accept UPIs. They accept everything. So and we in fact have a kind of aggregator model that we have with this payment gateway. So we can even give you a payment gateway subscription as an individual payment gateway, and you can integrate that in our solution, and we can help you to receive the payments online using that. This is, you have also asked about security and safety. So we have been saying this again and again. We are a Microsoft accelerated startup. So the entire infrastructure, right? The entire cloud infrastructure, the entire application infrastructure is actually being managed by Microsoft folks. It's 100% on Azure. We don't use any local cloud, or we don't use any local, kind of vendors for our infrastructure and security. It's 100% by Microsoft. And with their help that we are managing it, it's secured by all the Azure parameters, from the 256 SSL securities to the GDPR compliances to anything and everything, to the SOC 2 certification that also Azure has. So Azure has all the things that you can expect a cloud to have, because they are one of the leading ones. So Microsoft Azure, and they manage all that infrastructure. In terms of privacy, it's definitely password protected, and anyone and everyone who has access to the solution can only access the data. And the passwords are such well encrypted and hashed. That's a term that we use technically, where you can't just crack a password. You can be a best hacker, but if the passwords are hashed and encrypted properly, they can't be cracked.
Thank you for your questions, and thank you for our panelists as well for clearing the doubts. Now I would like to welcome Mr. Varun to give the note of thanks.
Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you, Swati. Sorry, I'm struggling with my voice. I would like to thank all the participants for their time. Our technology partner, I believe we have some team members from Nagero. Thank you so much for their time as well. And we are always ready for any sort of support or trial or any post-webinar questions. If you have, you can always reach us. You can always reach to Rashtriya or us, or you can directly write an email to Swati and Chandan. And again, I would like to thank partners from Africa for their time and the prospect also. And we hope to get some trial request or the purchase request, and we are ready 24/7. Thank you so much. Any other queries or any other thing, any other questions, if you'd like to post, we'll be more than happy. We still have 2 minutes. I think we have answered all the queries. Nothing is left.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely spot on timings, and thank you for our audience to adhering to those timings. And hopefully you would have found it interesting and useful and effective to manage your business, or to do reselling of the solution as well. We look forward, as Varun said, to getting more inquiries and to getting more questions. Basically, whatever you have with the solution, whatever you have with the partnership agreements that we do with our resellers, we would love to talk about that. We'll love to explain you how it works and what we have done in past. And looking forward to a fruitful relationship with everyone who wants to utilize the platform. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. We'll definitely do some more webinars. We'll do a series or something based on the feedback, based on your request and all that. And we will look forward to your participation and further engagement as we move forward in this journey and as we try to take things forward. And finally, thank you, Rashri, for being such a lovely host and managing this completely. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone, for attending.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day, everyone. Take care. Bye.